Hey guys, it's Lynn. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, Fidget DIYs, where I do home decor on a budget. I post new content every week, and you can connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, or of course here on YouTube. Today's video is part of Anything Fall, a Craft Your Stash collaboration hosted by Tosha from Sunflower Tosha, Joanna from Joanna's DIY Life, and Tawanda from Tawanda's Blessed Life. The links to their channels, as well as the link to the playlist, will be in my description box. Check those ladies out. They're super talented. All that being said, let's fidget. For this first one, I cut a napkin into strips, and I'm using some painter's tape to separate the plies. And I've got these 3 containers that were going to be for a bathroom set. I took the lids off of them and painted each one of them with 1 coat of Waverly Snow White chalk paint. After I finished all 3 of those with the painting, I came behind and Mod Podged those napkin pieces onto all 3 of them, and I did 1 layer. It just helps with painting in the long run. And here I've got the fox plushie from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut his legs off. I didn't like how he looked, so I'm just giving him a little makeover. So the legs went away. I took his little collar off, and the shorts I hot glued down to where it looked like shorts and not a skirt. And once I got everything all cleaned up, I gave him a new collar and some new buttons on his overalls just to add some cuteness. And then I came in with the scarecrow, and I pulled all of his hair out, which is what my kids make me want to do to myself. But I just replaced that Dollar Tree raffia with some regular raffia and gave him a bow tie and buttons as well. And I took some black chalk paint in the color ink and went over their eyeballs and just cleaned up the faces. Now, the painting of those things was Apple Barrel King's Gold, and I did 1 coat. I lost that footage, guys, sorry. And once those were dry, I came in and did a medium dry brush with Waverly Snow White chalk paint. And I did that to all 3 of those. Now, this was the worst idea ever. This gross styrofoam. I don't know why I tried to... Anyway, I put the gross styrofoam that I had to clean up for about a week down into one of those containers for my florals. Then I've got Hello Autumn, this wooden word from the Dollar Tree as well. You get it in a pack with a bunch of them. I painted it a red-orange color. I forget what brand that was, y'all, sorry. And then I'm just going to take some hot glue and put the 3 pieces together. And you can see I did the florals already. Those are some Walmart leaves, mums from Dollar Tree, and pumpkin sticks from Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to glue that wooden word to the front of my piece and get all the little glue that seeped out off of there. And I'm going to take my little plushies and put them into the containers on either end of this piece. And I'm now just fluffing it out to make it look cute. Oh, I guess I yanked that piece out. It didn't look good. Anywho, here it is, you guys, and this is so cute. I love how it turned out with the little plushies. Anyway, y'all let me know down in the comments what you think about this one. Alright, for this next one, I have a wood round that I wrapped sisal rope around, and I was going to use that for another project, but didn't. And I cut a bunch of giant craft sticks to about 3 inches and hot glued the very edge of that around that wood round. And I wrapped some string around the inside just to kind of hold those pieces and secure them a little better. And when I got to the end, I needed a coffee stir stick instead of a craft stick. So I'm going to put that in there. And I had originally woven those mop strings around my wood pieces and did not like that at all. So now I've got this nautical rope, and I'm going to wrap that around this entire container, and it looks a lot better. Now the inside's still kind of ugly, but I'm putting some fabric in there anyway. I got this fabric at Walmart, and it's just one of their little fat squares. I'm going to cut it down to size, and I'm going to hot glue the very edge to the top and just work my way around the circumference of that container, pushing down on the fabric as I go and creasing it where I need to. And once I get that all nice and secured, I go around the top with some brown nautical rope from the Dollar Tree as well, just to kind of hide where I attached the fabric to my piece. And I did one of the thicker nautical ropes, and then I did a thinner piece of nautical rope. So there's two pieces across the top. You can kind of see it right there. And here I've got this giant sunflower pick that I'm just going to use I'm just going to wrap the bottom around, curve it, and squish it down into my container. And now I wanted to decorate the outside of it just a hair, and I've got these paper sunflowers. They come on little pieces of wire, but I took the wires off and just hot glued those around my little rope container here. And I just thought it added some little je ne sais quoi to this piece. And here I am putting my little flowers back in there. And I think I messed with those for about 20 minutes trying to get those things to looking right. And yeah, there you go. Here it is, guys. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this video. I made these crafts like a week ago, so wish me luck. Let me know what you guys think of this one down in the comments. Alright, today's scripture: "But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." I think it's so beautiful. I mean, even the strongest people get tired at times, but when you feel like life's crushing you, remember you can call upon God and He renews your strength for you. Because even though we can get tired, He never gets tired. I just think it's beautiful. Feel free to have a discussion down in the comments, you guys. All that being said, let's get back to crafting. I got one of the Dollar Tree fishbowl vases. I took the tag off the bottom, cleaned it with some rubbing alcohol, and I have these leaf stickers. I've had them in my stash for a long time, and I'm just going to put some around that fishbowl. And I'm using a glove and some Mod Podge, and I'm going to do circular motions on that vase to get that frosted glass look. And I was hoping for the leaves to be an obvious difference, but they weren't. So when I took them off, I just decided to do the whole thing just with Mod Podge, no leaves, no nothing, just the frosted glass look. And then I got some acorns. Oh, I'm sorry, I used my heat tool and dried that up. And the frosted glass effect wasn't that dramatic, but I'm putting things in here anyway, so I wasn't worried too much about it. I got all these acorns left over that I got in my yard, a tea light from the Dollar Tree, and some Spanish moss I got off of the tree in my yard. And I'm putting all of that into this vase. And then I'm going to get one sunflower pick and some of those hot dog plants. That's what my papa called them. They're cattails. I put a sunflower and a few cattails in there just to kind of drive home that whole harvest feel to this thing. And I'm just going to rearrange. Listen, I'm going to arrange all of the florals in here to where I like them. I added a few extra leaves to fill it out a little more. And here it is. This is with the light on. I don't think I show it with the light off. I mean, the candle's still lit. Y'all can see. I think it turned out super cute. I love that this whole thing is pretty much natural. Like y'all know, if you've seen any of my videos, I love putting natural elements into my crafts. So yeah, let me know what you think of this one. Alright, this is going to be a pumpkin stack that was inspired by one my mom saw on the Mackenzie Child's website. So I took this large styrofoam pumpkin from the Dollar Tree and gave it 2 coats of pumpkin by Anita's acrylics. And after I finished that one, I took this orange pumpkin I got at Ollie's and used Waverly Snow White chalk paint on that. I only had to do one coat. And I had a smaller pumpkin that I also did in white. Now I've got ink by Waverly, and I'm going to do one coat on each of these 3 pumpkins. All of these 3 pumpkins came from the Dollar Tree. So once I was finished with those and everything was nice and dry, I came in with 2 coats of Classic Gold by Anita's acrylics as well. And once I did 3 coats on those and got them nice and gold looking, I got the orange pumpkins and a slightly darker color orange, and I'm going to go along the ribs of the 2 orange pumpkins just to give a slight color variation. And on the smaller white pumpkin, I did a checkerboard pattern by eye. I didn't use any tape or anything like that. And for the medium white pumpkin, I did every other segment of the pumpkin in black. Once everything was dry, I did a coat of glossy Mod Podge on all the pumpkins. And now I am poking holes into the bottom pumpkin and putting a large skewer stick from the Dollar Tree that I pre-cut down into that hole, and then I'll put my pumpkin onto that stick. And that's the process I'm going to use to stack all of these pumpkins. And here they are, all stacked. And I think this turned out really cute. I put some Spanish moss in between a few of the little pumpkins. I didn't like the dead space. And those pumpkins are sitting on a tray that's going to make its debut in the What Would You Make collaboration that's coming up at the end of the month as well. So I got my pumpkin stack made for my mom. Let me know what you guys think of this one down in the comments. Alright, for this bonus craft, I have this pane of glass that I did a tree out of hot glue on the top of. And I've got my ink pad. I'm just going to ink up that hot glue. I mean, it's obviously not hot now. But I'm going to ink that up. And I took my canvas, which is just 4 giant craft sticks and an extra piece of canvas glued together. And I put that over the top. And I'm going to gently rub my fingers along just the glue part so that I get a stamp of a tree. Now I've got some milk chocolate paint by Apple Barrel and some water. And I just made a little stain to use on my frame. And once I finished soaking those, I came in with my heat tool and just dried everything up. Now I've got 2 more of those giant craft sticks, and I'm going to put those on the back to make this thing secure and flat and straight and not wobbly. Now I've got these, oh hey Gigi, I've got these little leaves that I punched out of some painted poster board for a previous video, and I'll link that in the description box. I have words. And I'm just taking all of those leaves and hot gluing them to the different branches of this tree. And I think, for me, it took forever. Here it is. And I got my letter stencil from Walmart, and I'm going to use that just to do the word fall. And I've got my stamps from Dollar Tree, and I used those to put is my favorite color. Or no, it is my, you'll see it. And I could see that design through the front of my piece, so I went ahead and painted the back a solid black color. I distressed the leaves and the background of this thing just a little with some ink by Waverly. And once I finished distressing that, I added a hanger to the back with hot glue and masking tape and twine. And then I've got these last 2 little leaves. I'm going to find somewhere cute to put those. And I think I just decided to put it at the end of the word color. And you can see around fall, I traced that with Tomato Red by Anita's acrylics. And it just made it look nicer. And, I had a lot of fun. It was super easy. So, yeah, you guys let me know what you think of this one down in the comments. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Like the video if you liked it. and share the video so that we can continue to grow the community and learn from each other. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that hype button on the video. That helps. To all my subscribers, a huge hug. Your support means the world to me. Till next time, y'all have a blessed one, and I'll see you in the next one.